Hi, Chapo here. I'm going to walk through the witness, but not the whole game, because it's too big and it'll take too long. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to walk through the starting area, and I'm going to show you some secrets, I think all of the secrets that people generally miss. And they might not even see them when they come back and play through the game. So first off, little bug in the game, it doesn't remember your invert y-axis when you start a new game. That's fine. Anyway, so the witness. It's a puzzle game. People compare it to Myst. It's really not like Myst at all. But you are on an island and you don't really know why you're on the island, and there are puzzles. So the puzzles are split into two types. The first one is this kind of panel-based interface where you use your mouse to go from a circle to the end of a line, and you'll see these obviously get more complicated as you go on. So for this one, there's still only one option. Let's see that they get more complicated. So the line that we're drawing can't double back on itself, and it has to go through to the curved sticky out bit, basically, to put it in simplest terms. And we have to get out of this door here. This is the starting area, what I'm calling the starting area, inside this kind of little castle. So, and before we go any further, I'm going to just say there are going to be massive spoilers. So if you are playing this game and you've only found these types of puzzles, you may want to turn off right now, because we're going to drop some major crazy shit basically. Right, to get out of the starting area we need to power on these panels that are dotted around. You have to kind of trace these power cables to figure out which ones we can do next. Okay, this one's going in here. So as you can see, they start to get a bit more complicated. I think there's only one way to do this one. You should see we've got some of these panels open. Done this a couple of times, but you still forget. There's 500 odd of these panels in the game, and they get more complicated and introduce logic rules as you progress. We've got one more panel left, so let's follow this cable, which is going over there, which we can't actually get over there, that way at least. And on this one you'll see we've actually got two options. One of the cables we've just traced goes back to the door, another one goes over there. Right, but so let's fill it in, and I'll continue. He says, there we go, I was almost right. So we want the bottom option here, the bottom exit to this little maze, and this will power up the door, and the door will now be complete. Now this is where things get interesting. If you find yourself here, there's lots of different ways we can kind of complete this puzzle, and most of these will actually just unlock the door. Okay, door unlocked. However, there's more to this puzzle, and there's more way more to this starting zone than a lot of people will know about. So now we're going to get into spoiler territory, because this stuff is, like we've done so far, is simple. If we go back to this panel here, and we complete this puzzle again, but instead we go to the top route, as we've already unlocked the door, it stays open. We have lost, well, that panel is now locked again. Let's just show you a couple more things that are around here. So again, if you are playing this game and you've not got particularly far in it, spoilers upcoming. So now we can get up here. Several parts of the game you see signs of other life here, so people chilling out here with drinks and stuff. Looks kind of like holiday cushions, and of course we've got that little sofa down there. We also have these little voice recorders. I'm not going to play them, but they tend to be quotes of famous people from history, and they tend to be related to either science or philosophy or religion. And these are dotted around, so we'll spot a few of them. Here's part of the rest of the island. Let's have a look around the other side as well. We have up here, you'll see another voice recorder there. Right, and now, as well as the panels that you've seen, you also get them existing in the real world. So you may see one here. We have a circle, we have a line that's been formed by the path, and it ends there. Now, I personally got through most of the game without realising this. See those things head off somewhere. You get through most of the game, you might not see any of those. When you get to the top of this mountain, it shows you one, and it's mind blown a moment. But once you realise that, you start looking everywhere for them. So let's see if there are any more around here. First, let's have a look around this power cable that we unlocked. There's a door around the back of the castle. So, for example, there's one there. We can't actually activate this one. We need to be out in the water. There's a boat that sails from there. They are everywhere though. Okay, this is a different type of puzzle. This is more of a logic one. With this one we have to collect each of these dots, or our line has to go over each of these. Oh, and I've done it wrong. Typically. Oh, I've done it right. You have to make sure each of those dots is picked up. We have another voice recorder there. Another view out over the island. And these are collectible puzzles. There are a number of these dotted around the island. They don't do anything when you unlock them, of significance anyway. And with this rule, you just have to pass. The line has to pass this square with the triangle in it as many times as there are triangles in the square. So there's one triangle, we only pass that square once. That triangle rule is important, so we'll come back to that later. And these are kind of collectibles, so this is the only way to access this one. Right, we're not going to leave the starting area just yet, we're going to go back. There's way more to find. Actually, let's go this way. Let's go on the castle wall. Okay, now we're going to find some more environmental puzzles. Like I say, they are dotted everywhere. Usually they're perspective based. A major theme in The Witness is perspective, how things look different physically and from a philosophy point of view as well, how they're different from different perspectives. Okay. Right, what else do we have in the starting area? Let's walk back down. There is no jump in this game as well. You can't jump down from the wall or jump over things. Where the game wants you to walk, the game will let you walk. You look around here, you may spot this yellow flower here. Look, there's definite line that we can draw here using the panel in the background to join the dots up. We can't go anywhere with it. We can go here. There's another set of flowers there, so we need to get something onto the floor. And to do that, we come here. Again, I completely ignored this post. I didn't see any puzzles on it because we don't find out about triangles until supposedly much later. So again, with this, our line needs to pass each one of these triangles once. And there's one on this side, a column on that side, and a column on that side. Thankfully, as we turn our line around, it rotates the column for us. So the way to do this is pretty simple. He says, I've got to make sure I'm actually doing this right. And I didn't do it right. Typical. There we go. Okay, and what this does is it creates another pattern on the floor here. So now we can we connect these dots now? Let's get in the right place. But we can't because they're not the same colour. It has to be this kind of yellowy. You can see it's slight like cream colour at the bottom. So let's complete this puzzle. There are a number of ways to complete this puzzle actually. You see we've got multiple exits. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 exits. We have to pick up both of these dots. Oh, but the line is white, so even if it was exiting there we wouldn't be able to draw the line. Well, how about if we don't complete the puzzle? Yellow! Quick, let's draw the line. And this yellow line will fade if you're not quick about it. let's complete this puzzle proper way, just so it's completed. Doesn't really matter where. And I'm not aware that this puzzle does anything. There's a very loud noise when you do complete it, but I've not seen what it actually does. But we're not done yet. There's still a couple of other things. Right at the start of the game, there is a puzzle. There's even more. There's one here in the sky. And I think that's pretty much it. There is, however, one final thing, and it's to do with this door. But to complete it, we're going to need to open that panel again. So let's go do that. Now, if you're partway through the game already and you have ventured out past the starting area, there is a way to close the door again without having to start your game again. I never noticed that white cable there before. So if we go back to the open door, I've had to write this code down. Okay. That locks the door again. There's one other environmental puzzle here with this light. Gives you kind of a hint because you're getting the sun flare off of it. Let's line it up with the sun. Lined up. Notice the camera's starting to shake when we proceed with this one. There's some serious shit gonna go down. Holy shit, what is this? And this is the credit section of the game. No doubt these are, I think these are work in progress things for the game. We've got some concept art here. Oddly, this area doesn't appear in the game. Shows some working out of the puzzles they've done there. And if you remember where we were when we came into this area, you'll know we're at ground level. I'm not sure whether there are puzzles in here that can be completed. I've not spotted any as yet. Lots of straight lines, not too many circles. Lots of voice recordings. These read out like who's involved in the development of the game, designers and coders and whatnot. Oh, now we're really high up. There's another puzzle here. And this is a valid way to actually complete the game, I think. Very quick way to complete the game. Right up in the clouds, jeez. And you can't see this building when you're out in the village, it just does not exist. Out on the rest of the island. It's a nice little spa area. I think this marries up to a part further on in the game once you get inside, like the end game. What's this called? What's that? What are we just looking at? I can see a puzzle there, look. You don't have to be close to puzzles to complete them, but we can't actually access that one. Some more concept art. Not in the game. Hell are we now? We're right on the other side of the island. Jesus. I think there's probably more sound recorders dotted around here. These are showing parts of the island as well. I'm not sure these are significant. I think they're just parts of the island. I'm not sure that they're showing you something in particular. And now we're even higher. Good view out over the island there. It's the starting zone down there. Look, there's the gate we just walked through. I'm not sure there are any more puzzles up here that we can solve. This reminds me a lot of Mad Max. Mad Max? Max Payne, sorry. Whoa, what's that? Cool. These are similar to a lot of other puzzles you'll find in the game. I won't go over the rules at the minute. Wow, this is... that's neat. Wow. Now that's pretty much as far as the starting zone secrets are. It leads right to the end of the game. And if you walk through that door, you get the end of the game, which I'm not actually going to spoil because it's pretty amazing. Once you've played the game, you start to see those puzzles everywhere in the game and in real life as well. It's real messes with your head. So that's the Witness. That's the quickest way to complete the game, I think. You can get it on Steam, PS4. It's coming out on iOS and Mac at a later point. I would definitely pick it up on one of those platforms. It's a shame it's not coming out on Xbox. Yeah. I've been Sheppo. I'll see you next time.